You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming. It's Sunday Mountain Sport of the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of Santa Lucia, Nate's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chaining, we're up, and let's go. Yep, we're about to have a big ol' meeting. Alright, let me get a character real quick. Alright. Hi, Ben. Hey, Chris, come on in. I carefully angle myself so that Chris can't see Russell sitting behind me. Don't mind if I do. Once I'm sure he can't turn back, I close the door behind him. Yeah, it's a bit of an ambush, I suppose, but something's got to be done, right? It looks like they've seen each other now. Russell? Chris? I didn't expect to have you to have company, Ben. I hope I'm not intruding on anything. Cut the naive crap, Chris. Isn't it obvious what's going on? Now Russell's staring daggers at me. Ben here set us up. I hold my hands up and gesture them downward. Calm down a sec before you start jumping to conclusions. I can explain. What about the assignment? I'm listening. Better be good, though, or I'm out of here. Deep breaths, Ben. You only got one chance at this. Okay, so... You know how Zach set you and I up at his party? Uh-huh. Well, I figured Chris deserves to hear your side of the story, too. So I figured if that worked for me, then it might work for him. I don't know, will it? Russell turns to look at the Aussie now. I don't understand what's happening. Ben wants us to talk about the Katie thing. Really? Oh. But we shouldn't. Yeah, of course not. I'm so impersoned on this campus that even my music playlist idea for Fresh Simp was taken from me. Who gives a rat's ass what I think? Well, I thought we all collaborated on that idea together. This isn't turning out well. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but I guess it's time for the nuclear option. Please, 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 can you guys do this for me? I get down on my knees and beg. Jeez, dude, you're really pulling off that pathetic look. Is this really necessary? Russell looks at Chris again. Looks like it means a lot to the poor guy, so why don't we at least humor him? Okay. I can step outside if you prefer. Do you really trust us alone in your room? Who knows what ungodly things you'll end up doing while you're gone? Oh, I don't want to fight you, Russell. You're pretty dense sometimes, man. God, I wish I didn't quit smoking. I could really use one right now. Russell mutters something under his breath. Ben, I'd rather you stick around for this. Mainly so I don't feel tempted to do anything crazy. Alright. I walk over to my bed and sit down on it. You can take my chair, Chris. He hesitantly does what I say, but not without moving the chair a good distance from the line first. Okay, where to begin? Russell ends up telling the same story he did to me, only this time with the additional insights from our discussion that night. So you're saying you think Katie might have drugged you? I'm telling you, I don't know for sure, but the details seem to suggest something along those lines. He nods his head in my direction. I've replayed the events of I've replayed the events of that day in my head for months. It wasn't until I talked about it with Ben that I realized these things. I can't believe Katie would do such a thing. It's so out of character for her. I know, man, believe me, I know. I wish you would have talked to me about this sooner. Well, I've gone all this time believing you hated me because of the pictures I took. There's a pause before Russell responds. For a time, I very well did hate you. I never meant to hurt you, Russell. God, I hate myself for all this. I wish I was on the yearbook committee. If I hadn't been taking pictures, then none of this would have happened. They didn't help, that's for sure, but it's not all your fault. The fact of the matter is I slept with her when I shouldn't have. Was I conscious of it at the time? I don't know. I can't remember jack shit. It was still my mistake to make, not yours. Did so much damage without giving it a second thought. When Katie didn't show up for work, Dr. Moray asked us for any information we could give. So I showed him the pictures. Sorry to interject, but who's Dr. Moray? Well, he's the dean of students. In other words, he's our boss, the guy who runs the mentorship program. Oh, okay. Russell returns his attention to Chris. They were just pictures of Katie and I walking up to the dorm building, weren't they? It's not like you had any saucy pics of us doing the big nasty, right? Chris shakes his head. No, of course not. Well, I just saw you two having fun together and wanted to capture it on film. I never expected it to turn out like this. Dr. Moy ended up sharing the pictures with the rest of the administration. who proceeded to completely lose their minds over the implication, I'm sure. Yeah. I remember hearing Dr. Morey worry about there being a lawsuit. Everyone was on red alert after that. Ah, yes, the old shoot first, ask questions never approach. I really appreciate not being consulted on any of this. They handled it all so well. They also demanded us to be quiet about the situation. They didn't want it to turn into a big scandal, so threatened our jobs if we ever spoke up. Some of you guys believe the story hook, line, and sinker, though. What else could we do? Even to this day, nobody's heard from Katie since this happened. Are you serious? I mean, I knew about her deleting her social media accounts, but not even the admins have talked. But not even the admins have talked to her? Yeah. I raised my eyebrows at this revelation. It all looks so damning. I'm sorry for not giving you a chance to explain yourself, Russell. I'm such a rotten friend. For all the things we're taught to do as mentors, not once did I demonstrate any of it when it came to you. You needed a friend, and I failed you. Chris buries his face in his hands. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Chris. The lion gets up from his chair. The next thing I see leaves me in awe. Aww. Russell raises Chris off the chair and pulls him into a big hug. That's all I ever wanted to hear. Chris, I forgive you for everything. Chris stands there completely stunned for a moment after pushing away. Aww. Before he returns the embrace. You do? Yeah. Russell finishes the hug with a couple back pats and separates from his old friend. You weren't exactly put in an easy position. But I ruined your life. You really want to take credit for that, don't you? Do you even remember how it was back then? Nah, I'm the one who ruined my life. If anything, all this was the reckoning I deserved for being an absolute shitheel all the time. That's not true. You're always good to me. Guess I have a soft spot for guys like you. Russell? I don't know what to say. I don't say anything. It's enough that I know you're sorry. We can work out the details later, yeah? Russell holds out a hand to Chris. Want to be friends again, old pal? You really mean it? Of course I do. I'm a social pariah. I'll take all the friends I can get. Okay. Chris finally accepts Russell's hand, allowing the embers of friendship to burn once more. I take a deep breath and notice I can't stop smiling. Damn, Zach's really onto something, this whole communication thing. Yeah, I knew actually talking about your issues could get results. This could have happened sooner if I wasn't such a coward. Oh please, if you're such a coward, then why are you dating a freshman? Gah! How do you know about that? Oh, I don't know. How about the fact you showed up to Zach's party wrapped around that Shay girl's finger? Do we really come across that way? And practically transparent, yeah. You know you're treading dangerous waters there, right? Chris seems to shrink slightly. Think about it for a second. Look at what happened to me with what amounted to a rumor getting out of hand. I suppose I haven't actually thought about it much. I respect the hustle, but you gotta make sure the girl's worth it before you take your mentor career. Isn't sex good at least? Huh? We haven't had sex yet. You're kidding. Why you even call her your girlfriend? Relationships don't have to be all about sex, Russell. But she's more than happy to go slow with me. You can't keep her waiting forever if that's what she's expecting. But I don't... Just as their discussion is getting heated, the door creaks open. Oh! I knew I heard voices in there! Zach steps into the room and puts on the best forced smile he can muster. Oh, Russell! That is, until he sees Russell in the corner. And then that forced smile quickly turns into a genuine one. Sup, dude? Completely dropping the previous topic, Russell walks over and pulls Zach into a similar embrace he gave Chris. It's good to see you! Staying out of trouble, I hope. Of course. Good evening, mate. Chris manages to recollect himself and politely waves to the new arrival. I didn't expect to see you here, Chris. To be fair, I didn't expect any of this either. But what's done is done. Huh? Zach looks over at Russell, who smirks at him. Chris and I are cool now. Really? Wow, I can't believe it. It's not that big of a deal, is it? It is to me. Man, you're really invested in Russell's friendships, aren't you? I finally chime in. Is that weird? I shrug my shoulders. Nah, you just want your friend to be happy. Funny you'll put more effort into helping other people's friendships while letting your own languish. Huh. Say, what time is it? I turned my head towards my clock. A little after 7:45. Why? Sorry, Ben. I know you wanted me to look over your essay, but I have to meet with Karina soon for the evaluation. Look over what? Oh, that's right, the essay. My laptop has sat idle for so long the screen is turned off. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. You can email it to me later if you'd like. I'll think about it. In that case, I'll take my leave. Before you go, I just wanted to say thank you again for coming to my party. Eh? Oh, don't mention it. I had a great time. Food was wonderful. Take care, Chris. Bye, everyone. We watch as the Aussie leaves the room. Phew. Still being awkward around Chris, huh? Yeah, I notice you're weird around him, too. What gives? It's nothing, really. Him and I being on bad terms really affected you that much, huh? I guess you could say that. I'm glad us working things out help put you at ease. You really have no idea how happy I am about that. Speaking of Chris, what was all that about evaluations? Russell turns to look at me. Oh, that? Chris had to do a check-in with each of his mentees or something for the administration. Paperwork is due tomorrow, so he's kind of rushing it last minute. What an airhead. Sam did all of ours earlier this week. Yeah, figures Mr. Straight Edge would be on top of shit. How's that dick doing anyway? I don't know. I avoid him when I can. I'll do it for my sake, man. I know. Zach stares at a corner of the room. I always wondered why he had a problem with those guys. I expect it to be because of Russell, though. Anyway, since I'm here, why don't we hang out for the evening? That sounds cool with me. Well, I'm down. Awesome. But first I have to read Ben's essay. Russell walks over to my desk and sits down, reactivating my laptop in the process. What? Don't think I forgot what you invited me here for. Well, I suppose you invited me for that ambush, but damn it, I'm gonna read this essay if it's the last thing I do. Well, let me explain what it's about first. Dude, if you have to explain it, then you didn't write it well enough. My poor little Kuai, whatever am I gonna do with you? Ah! I'm a good writer, I swear. After Russell finishes critiquing my essay, the three of us watch movies online for the rest of the evening. I'm glad everything worked out between Russell and Chris. Maybe communication really is the key to everything. October 8th. There's a cute fox. Can you believe that's what she said? Nate has been going off about some girl who dissed some director Nate really likes. My boyfriend's been going on about it since before we got to class and got right back on topic the moment we stepped out into the hallway after. I've been trying my best to take it all in, but I'm having trouble keeping track of all the names of the people involved. That's gotta be total BS. Right, Ben? Yeah, totally. Absolutely. I agree with you. Thanks. I've always appreciated how much of a good listener you are. A chuckle escapes my throat as Nate beams at me. He's really cute when he gets passionate about something, but I have absolutely no idea what the hell he's talking about half the time. Not that I mind it. I like listening to him, but man, it's like we move in two very different worlds sometimes. I try. So that Werner guy, you like his movies that much? Calling them movies is almost reductive, dear. Sorry? You haven't seen The Enigma yet, right? I don't think I'm familiar. Ben, my sweet darling cat, we should make a big marathon out of his filmography. Right, and you said he's a German, right? Nate nods back with a cheerful hum. Yup, gotta watch some subtitled too, otherwise you'd lose a big part of the original appeal. Swell! Oh boy, maybe dating Nate has some downsides I didn't foresee. I can't wait! A whole evening of subtitled German author movies. Thrilling! The fox giggles in his annoyingly cute way. It'd be more accurate to say an entire day, Ben. Most of his films last 2 hours or so, give and take. I can barely contain the choking sound that comes out of my mouth, which I masterfully conceal with a cough. Fantastic! Nate wraps an arm around my shoulder, drawing me closer to him. I appreciate you being willing to engage in my hobbies. It means a lot, truly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. And holy shit, we've been playing this for a few years now. Damn. Wow. Time flies, doesn't it, people? Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!